diversity. Diverse and inclusive organizations are innovative organizations, point blank. We know this for a fact. The research, the evidence shows it for the couple of years now. It's been 2 decades since the diversity and inclusion has risen in corporate Canada and corporate America and even in Europe. There's a ton of evidence on this supporting this, that diverse organizations are innovative organizations, and innovative organizations are profitable, highly viable, and globally competitive organizations that are not just thriving, but are surviving in the context of many crises whatsoever. So we know this for a fact. We know it's good for business, it's good for society, it's good for the economy. But right now we're seeing deep divides in racial, gender, ethnic lines, and this has been shaking the whole many societies across the world. We have the Me Too movement last year. We have gender wage issues. We have the Silicon Valley gender issues as well, and then you have COVID-19. You have Black Lives Movement, Black Lives Matter movement, and then you have the COVID-19. All these wrap up together comprise our greatest challenges of the time. Diversity inclusion matters. It matters right now, and it will continue to become an important element in the conversation about emergence, recovery, and going beyond resilience. So we know exactly what works. We're getting the picture right now in terms of evidence on the ground and what companies are doing. We have learned about case studies of companies that are doing it. Some are laggards, some are really top performers, and some are in between. And we know things could be better, but I'm going to focus on what we could be doing better, and then using gender and equity lens to propel us to emergence and recovery. Inclusion requires culture change. That means it's going to be long, it's going to be arduous, it has to be deep. So anything that's artificially manifestations of the cultural diversity, or even diversity and other diversities through all this cultural stuff, food, trainings, and sometimes imagery, bereft of any substantive change efforts in the workplace, will just reinforce further stereotypes and generalizations that are not promoting diversity. Hundreds and thousands of trainings in corporate America and Canada have been done on diversity inclusion. So where are the results? Where are the outcomes? I'm saying that in the context of my work as a diversity champion myself. I've seen that we can do better on this, that we don't need to stop at training, that we don't need to stop at sensitivity awareness and all of that stuff. And it's just one way. It's just an initial way of getting people together to talk about this important topic. And it's going to be long and deep. So don't have organizations are serious in this. You should set the pace for a long-term strategic objective for diversity. You have to go deep within the systems and processes within the organization. And you need to focus on real issues that can be solved right away, and build practices in place that are healthy around conflict management, nonviolent communication, open decision-making, use of rewards and positive reinforcements, open and honest conversations across lines within the organization, using creativity, and also talking about your customers. Are you reaching the kinds of customers that you have with the diversity of the customers that you have? So are you reflecting those diversities? And also good strategy in the sense that how are you actually going to go about to be a global competitive organization using the diversity lens. So I'm going to talk to you about why diversity is not a 2 to 3 hour training or sensitivity awareness. Well, we talk about that right now. There's a lot of talk about oppression training and unconscious bias and all those things. This is good, but this is just a start. So we can't police everyone's thoughts, but we can definitely change the company culture to reflect inclusivity and values diverse perspective, talents, and experiences. That's what we are aiming for. We need to eradicate and have zero tolerance for bullying, harassment, microaggressions, and all of those toxic practices in the workplace. And we can use that through the duty to accommodate as a business leader, as a business owner, and an organizational leader.